Alright, welcome back to Rick's Radio Conversions. Today we have John's Buick Radio. This was AM FM to start out with. Now it's AM FM Bluetooth USB aux input, and we're going to go through some of the modes here. First off, John, everything seems the same here in the middle. All your push buttons work. Manual tuner works, and you go to AM.
Rebuilt and redesigned.
There's something there.
Safeguards to protect against power outages, down Wi-Fi.
Back to the FM. Now this radio also comes with a fader, and so it may be hard to hear, but that's the front speakers. That's both front and rear, and then that is rear. All that works as advertised. Over here you got your tone, bass, treble, and we'll go back to both front to rear. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the aux input, which is this guy here. Right, this is a basic CD player, a Walmart special. So when you just turn it on and you press play, and so that's called a voice operated switch. It just detects sound on the aux input, and that's how that guy works. To stop it, you just turn off your device. You wait about 10 seconds, or you can go off and on again, and then you're back to whatever AM or FM. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the Bluetooth function. And this is my device. Then you just go to your Bluetooth section there, and this has been paired once, but what you do is you just grab the volume and then you go too quick to the right.
Ready to pair.
And there you go. Now this is connected to your radio, and then if you just so this is Bluetooth. You're going to get a little microphone here that plugs into the back. You just say, "Hey Siri, play music." So now we're streaming some Genesis here, and if this is sitting on your seat or whatever, and then you want to just fast forward the song, just go once to the high dial, and then that's changing there. You want to rewind, go back on the dial. So typically if you leave it here in the middle, that's kind of the spot to do that on. So now you're streaming your Bluetooth. You know, the other things you can say is, "Hey Siri, what planet am I on?"
You're listening to Afterglow by Genesis.
Well, good enough. "Hey Siri, where is the nearest gas station?"
The nearest one I found is Sunoco on Princess Anne Road. Want to try that one?
No.
That's all I found.
So this will do drive-by-drive directions for you there, John. Now that Siri's done, your music comes back to you. That's pretty much the nutshell of streaming music. Basically what I do is you just get a playlist going here. You know, this is what I do. Get a playlist. I think I've got my car music there. You know, put that on shuffle. And then, you know, do whatever you want there. So that's what I do with that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the USB. So we're just going to pause your Bluetooth for a second, and it's going to go back to the radio. Usually it's about 10 potatoes or so. And now your USB here, this is also, you know, industry standard type stuff. You're going to get this disc. I put a few songs on there for you. You just stick it in there. And now it just starts playing. Same thing. You grab this guy. So you load it up full of songs, you know. And that's your your USB function. Now, if you're done playing your USB and this is plugged in underneath the dashboard somewhere out of the way, just grab your volume here, and then you just go to the left. It's important you do in a pretty good rhythmic function there. I'm right-handed, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage on this side of the radio. So now it's gone back to whatever mode you were in. We're in FM here. So now right now we have the phone is paired to the radio. Okay. The USB stick is in. How on earth do you do all of these functions? So here, what I'm going to show you is the easiest way to do. So if you want to go back to your USB stick, just two rhythmics to the left here. Alright, so now your USB is playing. You want to go to the Bluetooth. You do one of two things, okay? So your last mode that you're in is where you have to really think about what you're doing. You're in Bluetooth, you're in USB mode right now. So if I press play here, I had to turn my volume up on my phone. So now you're streaming, okay? Now once again, this is all as you're driving. You're done playing your streaming, you want to go back to your USB. 2 to the left. Now it's going to go back to USB because that's where you were last at. After a few seconds. Now you're in USB. Now if you want to go back to the radio, once again, 2 to the left. So now we're going to wait some potatoes and we will go back. Now we're back to the radio. So let's talk a little bit about your modes and stuff. So you can't see this LED. We couldn't do the tri LED. This is square. It was going to be, and it's a very, very thin wire. It was not going to work out well for you. So you have the standard LED, nice rugged construction here. This is yellow for FM. In the rare case you ever want to go to AM for whatever reason, Now that's red. So that's how that mode goes. And we're going to go ahead and go back to the aux input. So now the CD player is playing. That's green. Alright, it's hard to see with the fluorescent light and all that kind of stuff. So that's this guy. And you have all this in your instructions. But like I say, the video is a little bit easier. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get out of this. Hit pause. And we're actually going to let it time out and go back to FM mode. And like I say, it's a second or two. You can go off and on again if you want. So now we're back to yellow here for FM. So your colors for the Bluetooth and the USB are the same. So if we go back to USB, right, 2 to the left. This is orange. Very hard to see with the colors. It would be better in the car. But now you're in USB. If you want to go back to stream, the way I suggest you do it is always go back to the radio, right? So 2 to the left. See how that guy there is pulsating? That's another way. If you have this someplace close in an ashtray, if it was flashing at you, you would know that you're in the pause mode. So now we're in FM. Go back, hit your play, and now you're back to this guy. Same thing. You want to fast forward, you just do that kind of stuff. This thing makes phone calls as well. If you wanted to call somebody, you know, you do the "Hey Siri, call home." Well, and there she goes.
Sorry, there's no home number for Rick Seaman.
Yeah.
You can use one of these instead, iPhone or work.
No, thank you.
I aim to please.
So anyway, this is how universal this is. Now we're back to streaming again. So if you notice, there's a lot of hands-free here. With the USB is a hands-free, the voice operator is a hands-free on initial startup, right? So these two guys kind of run on the same premise. So something has to give. That's why you have to start your Bluetooth here first. You know, by the pausing and stuff. Now, once you're in this mode, once you're streaming, you want to go to the radio, 2 to the left. You know, and then it's going to do the flashing thing, and it's going back to the radio now. Because that's the last mode that you were in. Now you're back to the radio. It takes some getting used to, but I think you'll be fine. All of your sub outs are in the back. I'll send you a picture of those. Very standard RCA jacks. The aux input's in the back. The light bulb comes on with the on-off switch. Other than that, everything's real nice. We talked about the needle color on GM radios in this mode. It shines through the back of the needle to give it a nice electroluminescent glow. Unfortunately, they don't make that paint anymore, so yours is in good shape. It looks good in the dark. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll get a microphone. It's about 6 feet long. You can run that through the A-pillar up to your visor. Put it in the ashtray, something like that. This is the harness that you're going to get. This is going to go under the dash. These are all industry standard colors. This is going to go back to your radio wire in the car if you want. Black wire is a good ground. Blue is turns your amplifier on for your sub outs, and then all the rest of these other 8 wires, your speakers. Just make sure that your negative goes to the negative side of the speaker, then the positive to the positive. All this stuff's 18 gauge. Pretty good stuff. Like I say, your little dongle guy here for LED, you won't need it after a while. This is more for troubleshooting for speakers and stuff like that. Just stick it someplace so you can get to it, somewhat readily available. A lot of folks will take these guys. This is only about, 8 inches. Get an extension for the USB, put it in a glove box, something like that, so you can get through your stick. Or not, like me, I got the same stick in there for a couple years now. Other than that, that's been about it. Good build. Radio was in very, very good condition. Zero corrosion at all. Came apart well, cleaned well, lubricated. I guess you said you had some problems with your presets, and we got all those going. Oh look, we were just listening to Phil Collins, and there he is, our Genesis. Other than that, that's it. We hope you have years and years of enjoyment. Other than that, this has been one of our longest videos, I think, ever. We hope you enjoy it, and if anyone out there ever needs a radio converted, please contact Rick's Radio Conversions at 757-716-9305. Let's see. There you go. Anyway, we think you'll enjoy it, John. And we'll talk to everybody later. Bye.